All right, welcome back. It is episode 2. That is right, Epi 2 of the Wildcard Sports Podcast. I'm your host, Evan Palace, and we have our co-host back. We got Isaac Rissinger, Riss, across my table right here.
Yes,
Say what's up, Riss.
sir.
Yes, sir. And right to my right, Carter Forney, also known as Foe.
Sir.
So we are back. It is a Friday. We just got done with week 1 between the Bears and the Packers. Not gonna lie, could have been a better game for from a watching standpoint, but close game. You can't complain about those. Packers going to win 10-3. Riss is leading our overall standings at 1-0. He chose the Packers to come out on top.
Yes, sir.
And Foe and I are down in the doghouse right now.
0-1. Let's just clarify. 0-1.
Let's just clarify, get it out of the way. So we have multiple things to talk about today. We're going to talk about last night's game, and then we're going to go over our season predictions for 2019. We're finally going to get those out of the way. And then how about a little gambling? Pop's Week 1 Gambling Corner. I'm going to take 5 NFL games with the spread, all that good stuff, what Vegas does, and I'm going to tell you 5 games that you need to put some money on. Justin Minnick, I hope you're listening. But first, we have some big news from Oakland. Antonio Brown. Oh my gosh,
Oh
what?
my God, what a clown.
What is he doing? Riz, take it away. What do you think about this crap?
Well, I mean, he's just off the wall every day. He's in the news. He has to get his act together. You know what I mean? Just every day, he's doing something new to get on the news, and I mean, he's got to change something, or he's gonna be out of the league in a couple years.
It's ridiculous, honestly. If for people that live under a rock, Antonio Brown, and general manager Mike Mayock got into it a little bit. It was Thursday or Wednesday, I don't remember which day, but now the team is planning on suspending him, according to reports, of course. We don't have any actual news on that, but yeah, Brown could get suspended, and some choice words used towards Mike Mayock. Pretty in-depth bad things. Foe, what do you think about this?
Yeah, I think he's a clown, like Isaac said, and I mean, just shut up and play the game of football.
That's what I'm saying.
Nobody likes you anymore. Like, just play.
People are tired of acting out. Like it wears you down, and it's gonna wear, I think, Oakland down, and just bring down the team morale, I'd say. Speaking of clowns, It Too, going to see it tonight in theaters, 10 p.m. We'll see you
Not
there.
sure if we could say that already.
Oh, man. But yeah, Antonio Brown's really got to get it together. Might not even play a meaningful game with the Raiders, so we're going to have to see on that. So let's talk about last night. I know all 3 of us are hardworking college students, part-time jobs, all that good stuff. So we all didn't get to watch the game last night. I did record it and went back and watched it. Hashtag up until 1 a.m. I predicted a low-scoring game, which most of us, I think, did when we talked on Tuesday or whatever day that was. We're saying low-scoring game. Man, the Bears shot themselves in the foot in this game. Final score 10-3 Packers. Both teams terrible out of the gates. Packers negative 12 or something like that yards in the whole first quarter. Worse since like 1990 something. But I have some numbers here. Mitch Trubisky, 26-45, 228 yards. One deathly destructing that Bears team at the end, that interception to Adrian Amos, his former teammate. 62.1 rating for Trubisky. He wasn't all that bad. The Packers defense played pretty well, I'd say. Just a couple things that Mitch could have picked up when he's scrambling out of the pocket, which he didn't get to do as much. Scrambling out of the pocket, finding those guys that come open. That happened to Allen Robinson. Aaron Rodgers on the other side, 18 of 30, 203 yards, 1 touchdown, 91.4 rating. He didn't have a good night either. Both quarterbacks sacked 5 times on the night. And for a game that was 10-3, both teams only had in the 40s in rushing yards. Chicago 46 yards rushing and Green Bay 47 yards rushing. I think if you just hand the ball off a little bit more,
Mm-hmm.
you only need one drive to score points, and this game could have went either way. We talked about Adrian Amos getting that one interception late in the game. Allen Robinson had the best night receiving. He had 7 receptions for 102 yards, representing Penn State. Let's do it.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought this was interesting as well. 17 total punts, 9 Packers, 8 for the Bears, and only 5 returns during that game. So it was a real field position battle. And this game really came down to the third quarter for me. It was 7-3 Green Bay, and Chicago really had their chance. They had the ball. Actually, no, first they had a 4th and 10 at the, I believe it was the 30 or 32 yard line. So it would have been about 50-yard field goal for Eddie Pinheiro. But Matt Nagy decides to go for it on 4th and 10. So that's 3 points that could have been right there to make it 7-6. And then later in the third quarter, Bears have the ball at like the Packers' 45-yard line. And 3 penalties in a row later, it's 1st and 40, back all the way in their own territory. That was key part right there. I really thought, I was thinking it when I saw it in the third quarter. If they don't score any more points, this was the reason they lost the game. Really think this is what did it. Matt Nagy, we're talking about after the game now, Matt Nagy takes the fall for the loss. I just read on ESPN this morning that he said he's got to help out Mitch Trubisky more. I kind of agree with him on that. Especially, you got to run the ball more for a team that just needs that run game to be going. And they have good rushers. We had Montgomery last night, the rookie out of Iowa State. He was breaking tackle left and right, picking up right where he left off at Iowa State. And Tariq Cohen as well. He's always good. Talked about Allen Robinson had a good night. It was just...
Tariq Cohen didn't run the ball at all.
Yeah, he didn't run the ball at all, but he had a couple receptions. And Taylor Gabriel as well. He had a nice catch that I saw there. A couple that got shoved out of bounds just at the nick of time, or that would have been a catch as well. But both defenses played pretty well, I'd say. It was 10-3 game. But sloppy offenses just couldn't get... Neither quarterback was good. Neither offense was good. Just not good overall. It really looked like the preseason, like this was a preseason game kind of, and with these both quarterbacks, Trubisky and Rodgers, barely or not playing at all in the preseason, just struggled. But yeah, it was a good game, but I just expected a little bit more. I don't want to say professionalism, but more offensive production, like it should have been there. And I'll point out that Trey Burton not being there for Chicago might have been the game changer too, because they couldn't find the middle of the field. You guys have anything to say? I did all talking because they didn't really get to watch the game, which is completely all right. Anything to say on that?
No.
No.
1-0 for me.
1-0. That's all Riz cares about. Yeah. It's a 1-0 foe. What do you think?
To clarify, foe is 0-1.
Yeah, I am 0-1. That's not a good start of the season. Also, shouldn't have started Aaron Rodgers. I was just too lazy to set my lineup. So yeah.
Talking fantasy right there. Do you think the Bears are overrated at all now, or Packers defense is really good?
I think that the Bears defense is still, of course, a great defense, and the majority of games that they will win is because of their defense. But Trubisky has to find his place. They have to find their identity on offense. They have to know what they're good at, and they have to execute.
Yeah, I really think it's going to come down to Trubisky finding his way into the. What am I trying to say? Finding his way into the game and just getting better as a quarterback, because 3 points is never going to win you a game in the NFL in 2019. So let's move on to our 2019 NFL predictions on Wildcard Sports Podcast. That's what you're listening to right now. So yeah, let's just talk about our division winners and our 2 wild cards and discuss whatever you have to say about that, why you think they're going to win, and why you think maybe another team that could be in the running won't win. So, who wants to take it away?
I'll take it away. So in the AFC East, I have the Pats as the number 3 seed. AFC West, I have, of course, the Chiefs going as
Chiefs.
the number 1 seed. I think they're going to
Okay.
explode this year again as well. AFC North, Steelers all the way, baby, number 2 seed.
There we go.
Especially if they get this dub against the Pats this
A little
weekend.
representation bias, but that's all right.
And I have the Browns also making the wild card as the 6th
Oh,
seed.
okay. Hold on, hold on.
AFC South, Texans 4th seed.
I like that, Riff.
And the Jags are coming in here as the 5th
Jags,
seed.
okay.
Yeah. So
You're
AFC
high on Nick Foles. I noticed that.
Nick Foles, yep, he's okay. He's all right. He'll do all right.
He's all right.
NFC East,
I'm moving right over to the NFC. Let's do it.
Eagles, number 1 seed.
All right.
They're a great team, great quarterback, great team. If the corners stay healthy, they'll be a great team. NFC West, Rams, the 3rd seed. NFC North, Packers, 4th seed. After they got that nice dub last night. NFC South, Saints, the 2 seed. We got the Bears
Alright.
and the Cowboys in there at the wild card.
Okay. I like that. Didn't have the Falcons in there. I heard that.
No, Falcons are booty.
No, Falcons are booty according to Riss. Foe. Go for it.
All right, so AFC East.
Come on. Fins up.
Nah, the Fins are probably going to be one of the worst teams in the league, unfortunately. But I think the Patriots are going to win the division. I would say they'd probably be the 2nd seed.
All right.
And in the AFC West, I got to pick the Chiefs just because, they're just such a good team and got a great offense. Not sure about their defense yet, but we'll see. And yeah, I'll probably have the Chiefs as the number 1 seed. AFC North, I don't know, it's pretty tough, but
You got 3 teams in there, honestly, that can do anything.
yeah. I would probably have to agree with Riss, with Steelers winning the division. We'll see how they can do without Antonio Brown and Le'Veon Bell, but I think they'll just be fine, and they'll probably win the division and go to the 3rd seed. AFC South, I think the Texans will do pretty well. Now that Andrew Luck is gone, we'll see how Jacoby Brissett does, but yeah, Texans, and then 2 wild card spots, I would say would be Browns.
He's going with them doo-doo Browns.
The Browns, and I would probably say Chargers or Ravens. I'm not
Chargers
exactly
or
sure.
Ravens?
Yeah, I'm not.
I was
100%
thinking
sure.
maybe Ravens. Ravens are
Yeah.
potential.
Yeah, they're always borderlines.
Mhm.
Really going to rely on if Lamar Jackson, I'm going to mess this up this time, Lamar Jackson can develop more and more this year as a thrower in the pocket.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah, NFC East. I'd probably have the Eagles winning it.
Okay.
At number 3 seed, I think Cowboys can make the playoffs as a wild card though. We'll see though. Betty thinks.
All right, we're foreshadowing maybe some pop picks, but I'm seeing here.
And then I'm gonna have to take the Rams. I don't think they'll be as good as last year, but I still think they'll be pretty good. Rams as probably a 3 seed.
You got 2
And-
3 seeds now. You just said Eagles and Rams 3 seed.
Oh, I meant Eagles number 2 seed.
Awesome.
Yeah. So then Seahawks possibly a I don't know.
It's a very tough year, I'd say.
Yeah.
There's just so many
Nah,
teams that are
Seahawks
right
not.
on the bubble.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Then I think the Packers will probably win the division, and we'll see about that. Then Packers number 4 seed. I think the Saints will definitely be the best team in the NFC. Number 1 overall seed.
Back-to-back years of number 1 from Foe.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, I'm not really sure who the wild cards are going to be. I'd say Bears,
All right,
Cowboys, or Seahawks, or Falcons.
Come on, Bo. This is the predictions. You got to put those
Yep.
predictions out there. Come on. Give us two of those 4. You got to pick it right now.
All right.
You're riding today.
Gonna have to go with the Bears and Falcons.
Bears and Falcons from Foe. You heard it right here live on Wildcard Sports. All right, so I'm gonna take it away. I did not give any seeds out. I can try and make them up in my head quick. We'll see how that goes. I'll start in the AFC. Um. Okay, so if we're gonna do seeds, let's start with the West. Kansas City Chiefs for me. Patrick Mahomes gonna have another great year, I think. Numbers can't really get much better, honestly, from last year, but still gonna do those awesome no look, behind the back, whatever, lefty, whatever he wants to do, between his legs, whatever he needs to do to get the job done, he can do it. So I like Chiefs, number 1 seed, very close. Honestly, these 4 divisions, it's so tough to decide, honestly, for me. But I'll do Patriots coming out of the East. They're going to be number 2 seed. They're going to do a lot of smash mouth football. They're going to run it right down the middle, really try and get the game going, and they want to, just take advantage. Also saw something, Rob Gronkowski, maybe later if Brady wants to, talk him back into coming, he might decide to come back.
He's thinking about it.
He might be thinking about it. If Brady came to him, I'm sure if Tom Brady came up to you on his knees, wanting for you to come back, asking for you, he can't say no. Dude's the GOAT. He's got 6 Super Bowls. So keep an eye on that if later in the season. Number 3 seed, I'm going to go with the Steelers out of the North. I did the playoff predictor online and had the Ravens and Steelers in a tie, with the Ravens coming out on top, but wasn't the biggest fan of that. I just feel in my heart Steelers are the best team in the North. Really like they got rid of all those distractions, and they just want to play football this year. It's what I love to see, because that's what the NFL is, honestly, football.
I like that. I like that.
All right, I'm Pop. That's all right.
It's good.
All right. So Steelers are number 3. Out of the South, going with the Texans. Really like Texans. I talked about them a lot last episode. I was like, oh, Texans, I love them. Gotta love those Texans. Deshaun Watson's a great quarterback. Solid in his rookie year, even though he got hurt. Just went off in those 6 weeks. Came back from injury last year. Still got injured again last year. So let's see if we can get 1 full year of healthy Deshaun Watson and those key pieces put around him now. Texans at the 4 spot, and I don't think they're going to be one and done, honestly. They can figure it out. But they're going to have to take on wild card number 1 for me, the Baltimore Ravens. I think Lamar's getting better as a passer coming into this year. They have those great running backs that are different, or that are great at different things. So they have quick ones that are shifty, and they have guys that want to just run right down your throat. They just got what's his name? Hollywood from Oklahoma.
Yep,
Hollywood
yep.
Brown, is that his name? Oh, Hollywood. Good to see you. So Ravens going to be a tough team to play against every week in, week out. Best of luck to you. Rest in peace, Dolphins, week 1. And foes' feelings. But yeah, I like the Ravens the number 1 wild card. Wild card number 2, this is tough. This is really tough. But I'm going to go with second-year quarterback Sam Darnold and the Jets with Le'Veon Bell. I think Le'Veon's ready to get back to what he's good at, running that football, catching it out of the backfield, do all that good stuff he needs to do. And doing this morning, last night, when I was thinking about this, I thought about the divisions. Jets, they have the Bills and the Dolphins. They're going to play them twice. Those 4 games right there, that's 1/4 of the season. They're getting games against Bills, Dolphins. I like that. So that means just missing the cut for me in the AFC, Chargers. This is tough, but no Melvin Gordon. Derwin James is hurt. He'll be out for a significant amount of time. Don't like that. So they're just going to miss it. He has a broken foot, I think. Something like that.
He is an explosive.
It's either a broken foot or a broken
He's a
hand.
good player for sure.
So good.
Yeah.
They're still stacked, but Phillip Rivers just had a career year last year, so I can't. And he's getting up there in age. I can't really expect him to do that again, even though I hope he does. Always hoping for good. Browns are going to be the second team out. Riss said it a little bit last week. They're still the Browns. This is Freddie Kitchens' first year as a coach. It's still the Browns, so we're going to have to see with them. I think next year, give them a better opportunity after you put all these new pieces together and get 1 year under the belt. Get another offseason, they'll be better. Titans, next one, going to miss. I like the Titans, but, just one of those teams is going to miss. And Colts, rounding out Jacoby Brissett. Riss is high on him.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna give him a little bit of love.
Got that extension.
Just got that nice $15 million extension per year, so it's
Yep.
30 mil over 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
Quick algebra math.
What year is it into?
The Jacoby Brissett.
Yeah.
This is like his third year, I think.
Third or fourth year, something like that. Let's go, Jacoby. Come on. Prove me wrong.
Yeah.
So let's hop it over to the NFC. All right, let me look for some seeds here. Oh, this is gonna be tough. Oh crap. Number 1 seed in the NFC. I hate this. I hate for this to come out of my mouth. It's gonna be the Philadelphia Eagles. This is
I hate the
disgusting
Eagles.
for me to say. Riss hates we all hate the
Yeah,
Eagles,
we
probably. We all hate the Eagles.
They're a good team, man.
They are a great team. General manager, owner, all great. These predictions are always predicting if everyone's healthy, of course. So if Carson Wentz gets injured, I don't like the Eagles to win the East. I like Dallas, of course.
If they had Nick Foles, though.
If they had Nick Foles,
They
they're
had
still
Nick
going to win the
Foles.
Super Bowl,
Yep.
even though I don't want them to. I like the Eagles. Riss touched on it that injuries to the secondary could be detrimental as well, and just inexperienced as well for them.
Their
So-
secondary is kind of buns, yeah.
It's kind of buns, but they somehow know how to play
Yeah.
when it's time to play.
Well, last year, like they had like
They practice
4
well
or
players.
5 corners get hurt within the first 2 weeks.
Yeah, sort of like the Falcons. Might see if the Falcons make this prediction. Let's see. Number 2 seed, we're gonna roll with the South, the New Orleans Saints. You can't beat them at home, honestly. I was looking between them and the Falcons, and they both have pretty difficult schedules, I'd say. But I'm just gonna go with the mature Sean Payton at coach, Drew Brees at QB. They're gonna get it done. Alvin Kamara, Michael Thomas are gonna get it done here. Number 3 seed then. Oh man, I know it's poor performance from them, but I'm still gonna have to stick with them. I'm going with Chicago in the North, number 3 seed. Didn't play well last night, as we talked about, but I really like how Matt Nagy comes out and says like him and the coaching staff need to be better, and they have to help out these young players. So I really like that. They said they didn't play like the team they are, and they didn't, except that defense was really good still. So I like the Bears, number 3 seed, coming out of the North. So the West, that's our last one. Number 4 seed, Rams. Jared Goff just gets a new extension. Todd Gurley says he's healthy. Everyone stopped talking about the knee, but I'm still worried about the knee. Always got to be worried about the knee.
Always
Cooper
gotta
Kupp.
be worried about the knee.
Cooper Kupp is back.
Cooper Kupp.
Robert Woods, I
Dude.
think. They just got great
Weapons.
players.
They
They
got
got
weapons.
weapons. They got weapons. You got not gonna be able to stop them. Don't know how good their defense is.
They have weapons on defense, but for some reason they just can't perform.
Yeah,
that
they
well.
just can't get the
They have all
job
these
done.
key names and just nothing's happening with it.
Aaron Donald is the man.
Aaron
He
Donald.
is
yeah.
the-
Yeah, he is
Aaron
always
Donald.
productive.
He is
Number
a
1
grown
player in the
man.
NFL voted. I probably agree with that.
Wait, what?
Aaron Donald, number 1
Where
player
did
in the
Khalil
league.
Mack fall in there?
Yeah.
Khalil Mack's definitely in the top. Probably in the top 5. Maybe
Yeah.
definitely top 10.
Yeah.
But I don't remember. I know Drew Brees was number 2. I'm pretty sure.
I know they said top 5, but he's not 2. I know they said top 5, but I'm
I
not
could look it up.
5.
I'm not really sure. Fo's gonna look that up right right now. So I like the Rams. A little bit of step back at Super Bowl is gonna, just drain them out a little bit. But I still like them to win the West. Moving on to my wild cards. Here we go. How about them Cowboys?
How about
Wild
them
card number
Cowboys?
1. I really like their squad.
Just paid Zeke.
Just paid Zeke. That's probably gonna hurt a little bit down the road in the old
Zeke
check.
doesn't care though.
Zeke doesn't care in the old checkbook. That's going to leave a little mark a little bit down the road for Jerry. But really like the squad right now. Probably the best team in the NFL that is like 25 years and younger. 25 years old and younger. They have a lot of studs, offense and defense. Jalen Smith and Leighton Vander Esch. Love them. Absolutely love them on defense. And this is a big year for Dak. So Dak wants to win. Jason Garrett wants to win. He doesn't want to get fired. Probably will never get fired because Jerry loves him for some reason. Wild card number 2, very, very tough. Very, very tough. But, I like them after episode 1, and I talked about them a little bit a couple seconds ago. Atlanta. Love Atlanta. Riss loves them. He's shaking his head no. That's because he doesn't love them. Unlike me, I love him. Matt Ryan, gonna have a great year, just like that Super Bowl year. Don't know if they're gonna go to the Super Bowl, but they're gonna have a great year. Secondary is gonna be cash. They are back. They are not injured. They are healthy. I like to see that always. So I really like Atlanta. Matt Bryant comes out of retirement. Probably going to nail a couple game-winning field goals this year because he's Matt Bryant and does it all. Let's talk about just missing the cut in the NFC. I got 4 more teams here. Just missing out, I have Packers. Love this. This is kind of based on what I saw last night. Loved what I saw from their defense and Aaron Rodgers post-game saying, my knee. No, I'm just kidding. We have a defense. We have a defense. Well, Aaron, you only scored 10 points. Where's the offense? Don't really like any of the receivers besides Devontae Adams. But Valdez Scantling had a good night last night. But could be better. Aaron Jones, like him too. Just have them missing the cut. So many good teams in the NFC. Seahawks. Russell Wilson going to make magic happen. He's going to try and carry this team. Also like their front 7 on defense, but you know, football's not a one-man show game. Hashtag Antonio Brown. So Russell not going to be able to put all that load on his back because he's already got all that cash in his pockets, and Sierra wait at home for him every night. And so let's move on to the Vikings. A lot of people high on the Vikings. I'm seeing that, like, you know, the big names that are picking the Vikings. Mm-hmm. I can see it, but I just can't see past Kirk Cousins not winning any games when the lights come on, foe. Come on now. It's like he's scared the stadium's going to collapse on top of his head, like when Minnesota's stadium collapsed a couple years ago.
Yep. Snow, right?
The snowstorm, yeah. Now they got that beautiful arena with that nice horn that people blow into. And Kirk just hasn't been able to get the job done. We'll see a huge matchup, Vikings-Falcons week 1 in Minneapolis. Going to have to tune into that one. Last team, this is like kind of a little bit farther away from missing the cut. 49ers. Jimmy G, welcome back. Hope that ACL is nice because you're going to have some brothers after you, especially in Seattle, and Aaron Donald in Los Angeles. So just some tough defenses to go against. So that's why I have 49ers. A lot of people have them making in wild card or just missing. I'm going to see them a little bit outside, probably at 8-8, 7-9. 49ers. So those are our picks. So you feel good about those picks?
I do feel good about those
picks. You feel good? You know, I think the AFC, like my 4 division winners, Patriots, Chiefs, Steelers, Texans, love them.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm going to go 4 for 4. But there's always that moment when you're not going to go 4 for 4. I still love them. I love Pittsburgh.
Colts over Texans.
Jacoby
Brissett. I mean, they paid him for a reason.
I think if the Colts even had Andrew. Okay.
Yeah.
I think if the Colts still had Andrew Luck, it would only be a game difference between Colts and Texans. That's how much I love the Texans. As I said last episode, they don't need Jadeveon Clowney. They have J.J. Watt, not really good quarterback, like elite quarterback, I should say. All quarterbacks are good, mostly in the NFL. Elite quarterback. Nathan Peterman. He's on the IR, I think, now.
Wait, Peterman got picked up by somebody?
He's on the Raiders, I think. That's the perfect team for him, Raiders.
Really?
Peterman and AB just, you know, they get good reps before practice.
How is he still in the NFL? He's so bad.
I saw this thing
on 5 picks as his first game. He threw 5 picks. This is his first start.
Oh my gosh! I saw a video.
He's so bad.
I saw a video on Twitter where this guy edited Nathan Peterman in as the number 1 player in the NFL of 2018. It was so funny.
Classic.
Oh man! So, do we want to talk? We're 30 minutes in right now. We're looking good time because just want to wrap it up with Pop's Week 1 Gambling Corner after this. You want to talk like deeper into the playoffs? Do you feel like what are you seeing in your head happening in the playoffs of Riss?
Okay. So I believe that the Eagles, after their Week 1 bye as the number 1 seed for me, I believe that they will lose.
Let's put on the record.
The Cowboys.
Oh, I love that. Dallas won 2-0 against them last year, but keep
Cowboys
talking.
face them.
The Cowboys face them?
Cowboys would have to be the sixth seed
The 6th seed, yes.
to face the Eagles in the second.
To face the Eagles, yes.
Okay. All right, so yeah, I have that happening. I think that the Saints will come out on top. They will make the Super Bowl.
Okay, Saints and so you have Dallas as the number 6 seed,
Mm-hmm.
and you have them beating the 3 seed. Who's your 3 seed?
My 3 seed is the Rams.
Okay, so you have Cowboys over the Rams, which would be a little bit of payback from last year's playoffs
Exactly.
when LA was just a little bit too strong for Dallas.
Mhm.
Just seemed
With
the
that
whole
run
game.
yeah.
That run game was tough.
Mhm.
They didn't even use Todd Gurley. That was just a sad part for me. That bye really helped LA. So you see Dallas beating the Rams and the Eagles in the playoffs. I love hearing that from you.
I have, and then the AFC. I'm gonna go with the Steelers and the Chiefs, number 1 and number 2 on my books, facing off in the AFC Championship game. And unfortunately, I'm gonna go with the Chiefs making the Super Bowl. I think that this is the Chiefs' year.
You think this is the Chiefs'
I
year?
think this is the Chiefs' year.
How many Okay, let me ask you this first. How many Super Bowls do you see Patrick Mahomes getting to?
Getting to?
Say he has a healthy 12-year career.
Mm-hmm.
This is technically year 2. We'll call it year 2 for him, but it's really year 3, but he just didn't play at all. So year 2, he's got 11 more years. How many Super Bowls is Patrick Mahomes going to go to in his career with Andy Reid?
5.
5.
5.
Five.
They're gonna win
I
2.
like that.
5, and he's going to win 2.
Yep, he's gonna go 2 and 3.
2 and 3.
He's
All
gonna have a
right.
subpar career in the Super Bowl.
Subpar career in the Super
gonna
Bowl, but he's
be-
going to be a
he's gonna
great.
He's gonna be the Super Bowl MVP for both of those wins.
Edward. How many
For
passing
one
yards?
loss.
How many passing yards? And
Passing yards and win 1, he is going to have 381.
Let's get that down. Let's get that down on the record right there.
Game 2 is gonna be a tight one. Super Bowl win 2. Gonna be a tight one. He's only gonna have about 227.
227.
He's
Okay.
gonna have 89 rushing yards, and he's gonna have 2 rushing touchdowns.
Oh, this is
That's
a
what's
risk
gonna-
right
That's
there.
what's gonna be the game sealer.
All right,
Okay.
all right. I like that. So you have Saints, Chiefs, Super Bowl, and did you
Super
say
Bowl.
Chiefs
I said
are gonna win it?
Chiefs are gonna win it.
Chiefs
So there's
over
gonna
the
be one of
Saints.
his 2
All right.
over the next 11
All
years.
right, so he's gonna get 381 yards this year on the Super Bowl. Bet that number. That's from Riss's Gambling Corner. Foe. Let me ask you right here. Playoffs.
Mhm.
Let's talk about them. Who's
Um,
gonna do it here? Who's gonna do it?
All right. I would probably say the Super Bowl. I would say it would be between the Patriots and Saints.
Patriots and Saints.
Patriots and Saints would be a great Super Bowl match.
That would
I
be a
think
good
that would be a
Super Bowl.
pretty good Super
Two quarterbacks late in their career.
Mhm.
Drew is looking for what it's only going to be a second if he would win, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, his second. Tom's looking for his 80th. Just kidding, 7th.
Yeah. It'd be a great Super Bowl.
Who you got?
Who do you
I'm
got,
not-
Phil? Come on. Come on.
I'm not even sure. I would probably have to go with the Patriots again, just because
Patriots.
they won it last year. They're probably even better this year. You
No
know?
Gronk though.
That just
That's
stinks,
true. They
though.
don't
Like,
have Gronkowski. They don't have Gronkowski.
they won it last year. They've been in, what, the last 3 Super Bowls?
Mm-hmm.
They've been in the last 3 Super Bowls, and they just seem better this year.
Yeah.
They've lost Rob Gronkowski, of course, but they just have Josh Gordon back, and the defense looks great.
They just sign veterans too. Like people want to play for the Patriots because they want
It's
to win.
ridiculous. Oh man,
People don't want to play
It's
for
a
the
great
Saints.
organization.
it's a great organization though. Can't take
Yeah, what
anything
you
away from them.
Yeah.
All right, so I'll take over here. I'll run through a little AFC rating. So, so Chiefs and Patriots have their bye. I have the Steelers taking on the Jets, and Texans versus the Ravens. So I'll do Steelers, Jets. This is mostly Jets just getting there, the placeholder. Still a great team, but really like Pittsburgh. They're a machine.
They're a
They
step above
they
the
want to
Jets.
get to that matchup against New England, which is going to be first off on Sunday Night Football, which could have huge implications later down the road.
Mm-hmm.
So I like Pittsburgh in that one. Texans, Ravens. Oh my gosh, this is so tough. Oh man. All right, I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna go with the Ravens.
Ravens over the Pats.
Texans.
Over the Texans.
Ravens over the Texans. Oh man, I even said it like 20 minutes ago that I was not seeing a one and done for the Texans.
Mm-hmm.
But if it lines up this way, not Jim Harbaugh, John
Where would it
Harbaugh.
be at? Who you
It's in Houston.
in Houston?
It's in Houston. John Harbaugh is just, a great mind, and really think that he would he has a coaching advantage over Bill O'Brien. Rest in peace, Penn State for him. But but I would just have to take. I almost said the Jaguars, the Ravens in this one. I don't know why, but in my mind, I just see the purple and black, baby. I see that purple and black heading to Kansas City. So the next round would be Chiefs, Ravens, Patriots, Steelers, and this is where I see it. This is it. I pick them in week 1. I'm gonna pick them in whatever week this would be. 19. Steelers over them Patriots
Yeah.
in the playoffs. They got this. They're going to head to Foxborough. Let's get a little clap in here. They're going to head to Foxborough. They're going to take 2 of 2 from Tom Brady this year. I really think this is Pittsburgh's year. And, man,
Could be right.
something's telling me. Something's just telling me. I normally don't feel this way about the Steelers. I just love them. So let's do Ravens, Chiefs. This is normally, usually like the last year, some good games.
Mm-hmm.
So
This was a great game last year.
this was a great game right before the playoffs. Chiefs. Wait, no, who won that game?
Chiefs.
Chiefs did win. That's what I
Mhm.
thought. So Chiefs won that game. Very close game
Very
though.
close game.
But it's gonna be tough. Kansas City coming off that bye, and I love teams off a bye though, but not the Patriots this year because Steelers. Because I noticed last year LA versus Dallas, really could tell how fresh LA was, and Dallas was just a little bit tired because they were playing those grueling games down the stretch. So I'm gonna take Kansas City in this one, setting up Kansas City, Pittsburgh in the AFC Championship game. You know what I love about this? 2 great quarterbacks. Can we call Mike Tomlin a great coach? He's a good coach.
He's a good coach.
I
Who-
don't think he's a great coach.
We'll call him a good coach.
He's a good coach.
Great mind and Andy Reid going to go against a Steelers defense that I think is going to be pretty good this year. So
tough.
Andy Reid is tough. Oh man, so many people like the Chiefs. But can the Steelers do it? It's in Kansas City, in the cold. But you know who's used to cold? Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh's
baby.
going to the Super Bowl. Oh, man. Pittsburgh. I'm making this
Road
up
to
right
7.
now. Road to 7. Road to 7. They're going to catch New England. Well, maybe
Stairway
not.
to 7.
Stairway to
That's
7.
what it is. Stairway to 7.
Can they catch New England this year? We're going to find out because they're going to beat the Chiefs. They're going to head to the Super Bowl. Let's head over to the NFC quick. Here we go. So I said Eagles and Saints, 1 and 2. They got the byes. Here we go. I had Bears, number 3. They're going to go against Falcons at the 6th seed. Bears, Falcons. Oh, gosh, this is tough. This is going to be the Bears game. You know why? It's going to be cold. It's going to be windy. The Windy City, Chicago. Mitch Trubisky, come on, get it done. Throw it to my boy Allen Robinson, hashtag Penn State. Matt Ryan doesn't like cold. He's going to freeze like his little toesies, like Antonio Brown's little toesies. And Bears are going to win that game over the Falcons. Close, low-scoring game. Move next one. Rams, Cowboys. This is wild card weekend, not divisional round. So no team has the bye. Dallas. Dallas is going to win this one over the Rams. Really like that. Something's just telling me about Dallas. Fo's watching a funny video on his phone right now. Gotta love it. So Dallas over that. So let's set up Eagles, Cowboys. NFC matchup. Here we go. This is what I love right here. These two teams face twice in the regular season, and they're going to be once in the playoffs. Eagles coming off the bye. Dallas not coming off a bye, whatever you want to call it, off a fresh dub over the Rams. And you know what I love about this?
Feeling good.
They're feeling good. I love Dallas. I really don't think they can do this again. I don't think they can make it here and just lose again. That's why, Philly, you're dead meat. Dallas gonna take on Philly. They're gonna win it 31-28.
baby face.
We're riding far into the sunset right now. Dallas is going to the NFC Championship game, the farthest they've ever made it in my lifetime. I love it. So that's gonna set up Bears and Saints. Woo!
Good matchup.
That's a good matchup.
This is tough. This is tough. Let me tell you, we have Drew Brees, one of the best to ever play. Mitchell Trubisky, average quarterback in the NFL. We got Matt Nagy, great offensive mind. We got Sean Payton, great offensive mind. Saints defense, pretty good. Chicago's defense, probably best in the league. This is where I think, oh man, have Matt Nagy, love Matt Nagy. Fo, where are you going?
Class.
Class, you said your class at 2:30.
125, I mean.
But you still have to wait to take me home.
Alright, true. I'll grind on some stuff.
All right, so we'll get that out of the way. So back to what I was talking about.
My bad,
Bears.
guys.
See you, bro. Good seeing you, fellas. Let's give it a round of applause, folks. Thank you, Phony Oats. Let's get back to what I was saying right here. Bears, Saints. Love the matchup. Oh, man, I just love the Bears. But I can't go against Sean Payton, Drew Brees at home. Drew Brees really wants to go out on a high note. So I like Saints in this one. They're going to take out the Bears. Saints win it close, low-scoring game, 17-14. NFC Championship. Cowboys on the road. Saints at home. This is where heartbreak comes in for me because I'm going to have to go with the Saints on this one.
You have to.
Saints are at home. Dallas has played 2 hard games in the playoffs already against Rams, against Eagles, 2 tough teams. Saints have only played 1 against the Bears. Really strong team, though, but they've only played 1 game. They've had more more rest. So it's so tough. I really want to pick Dallas, but that's so biased in my opinion. I'm not Skip Bayless. Let's go Saints. Saints to the Super Bowl. We're going to set up a little Saints, Steelers, Super Bowl.
That'd be a good Super Bowl.
That would be a good Super Bowl, and we're getting it.
Who you got?
Oh, this is tough. Where's the Super Bowl? Miami.
Miami.
Hard Rock Stadium. That's the closest Miami's ever going to be to the Super Bowl in the next 20 years. Can say that Foe is not here. No comment on that one from Foe. Saints, Steelers. Drew Brees, Ben Roethlisberger. 2 greats, Hall of Famers. Mike Tomlin. Sean Payton. Woo. 2 good defenses as well. Juju Smith-Schuster. What's his name? Michael Thomas. James Conner. Alvin Kamara. Oh man, this is tough. This is tough. You know, Saints. Let's go back on. I've been talking really fast. Let's just slow this down for a second. Last year. No, let's go back 2 years ago. Saints, Vikings, playoffs. Minneapolis Miracle. Heartbreak. Stephon Diggs rips the heart. Rips the heart right out of Sean Payton's chest. Fast forward 1 year. Rams, Saints.
That video still gives me chills.
Still gives me chills. I love it. Love that. Love that video. Rest in peace, Kirk Cousins. So Sean Payton's already died. He's lost his heart. Saints, Rams. Oh, man. Gets absolutely destroyed on the sideline.
2 heartbreakers.
No
in a
call.
row.
Drew Brees. You lost your heart.
They still had a chance to win, though. They blew that game.
Yeah, they did. They did. Fast forward to this year. Or technically next year, 2020. Saints, Steelers. Comes down to the end. 35. And you know what's going to happen? The Saints,
Who's the ball?
on defense, again, they're going to blow it. They're going to get a penalty, something. I can see it in my mind. Pittsburgh's going to move down the field, sort of like when Antonio Brown, remember that dude, got absolutely rocked by Vontaze Burfict.
Yeah.
Not as brutal and as gruesome as that. Steelers going to get that ball late, and they're going to find a way. Juju's going to make a nice catch.
Juju is going to redeem himself from the previous year.
Yeah, against the
New-
Saints.
Oh,
Against
man.
the Saints. I was setting it all up for that. The Steelers are going to win the Super Bowl this year. It's only going to take a field goal from Chris Boswell. He also had a bad year last year.
Yep.
So it's double redemption time.
Yep.
Chris Boswell, he's going to nail a
The
field goal.
boss.
He's going to nail a field goal. Juju's going to have a great game. Ben's going to have a great game. Get all that pressure right off their chest. What pressure? Because they just won the Super Bowl.
Exactly. Stairway to 7.
Stairway to 7. How about a little tie at the top? Patriots, Steelers. Steelers going to win this one. It kind of hurt me to say it, but Steelers are going to win the Super Bowl, and I just did all that for you guys.
The listeners.
The listeners of the Wildcard Sports Podcast. You've been listening.
Wildcard Sports.
We're getting minute 45 right now, so let's calm it down here. Got one of our co-producers, not really, Tanner Heckle, waiting over here. He's trying to get home. He said keep it under an hour. We're going to keep it under an hour. So we got our picks in right there. We talked a little bit Bears, Packers, Antonio Brown. What are you doing, brother? So let's get Pops Week 1 Gambling Corner for all my bookies out there. Let's do it. Tim, where you at? Jay Schmun, where you at? All the bookies. Let's do it. Let's do some dramatic intros too. Game 1. Titans Browns. All right, Titans Browns. Tennessee versus Cleveland. Cleveland's coming in at -5.5. I like Tennessee. I'm gonna still pick Cleveland to win the game, but as I said in the prediction video for Week 1, I like close game for this one because Tennessee knows how to play a really close game. So definitely liking Tennessee. I'm going to go Cleveland 20, Tennessee 17. That might differ from what I said before, but this is what I'm saying now. Ravens, Dolphins. All right, Baltimore comes in at 6.5 favorites. Miami going to be an underdog probably all season, no matter where they're playing. I like Baltimore in this one. They're going to win by more than a touchdown. They're probably going to win by at least 2 touchdowns. I like Dolphins to lose. I like oh my gosh, what am I trying to say? I like Baltimore 24-10. Let's do it. Redskins, Eagles. Oh, this is just cracking me up. All right, so Philly's coming in at 10-point favorites. Oh, perfect music. Philly's coming in at 10-point favorites over the Redskins. Philly's at home, at the Link, Financial Field. Don't get arrested there. I like Philly. They're going to cover 10, and they're going to put at least 17-point spread on Washington. Love that number. Rams, Panthers. This dramatic voice keeps getting better and better. Rams on the road against Carolina. How about the Rams, the 2.5 favorites at Carolina? I love the Rams. I'm going to take the Rams. They're going to win by at least 3 in this one. Cam's been hurt all offseason, all preseason. Will Greer got to get him in. # Mountaineers. Like Los Angeles in this one. They're going to win by probably at least 4 in this one.
Closer. 4 points or 4 touchdowns?
No. 4 points, not 4 touchdowns. Let's not get crazy on them. Carolina's not that terrible on defense. Last but not least, Chiefs, Jaguars. All right, Jacksonville. Don't really know what to think or say about Jacksonville. Just have to wait and see what they are. But I'm going to put the money in Patrick Mahomes' mouth. Let's do it. Let's get him a new voice. He sounds like Kermit the Frog. Chiefs, 3.5-point favorites. Let's do it. They're going to win by at least 14, probably 20. That's all. And now we're back. So I like those 5. Let's talk about them in real person voice. Tennessee, they're gonna be able to, I don't know what the terms are. Not cover because they're underdogs. Do you know what that term is?
They're not gonna make the spread.
All right. Tennessee is going to be within 5.5 points of Cleveland. Let's say it like that.
They're going to make the spread. They're
Okay.
going to beat the spread.
They're going to beat the spread. We'll call it that. Baltimore, I love them. They're going to, whatchamacall the spread? Not beat, but this is they're going to cover. They're going to cover. They're going to cover the spread at 6.5 over Miami. Philly's also going to cover. They're at 10-point favorite against Washington at home, I should say. Rams on the road, 2.5 points. They're going to cover that easy sauce against Carolina. Maybe not easy sauce. Speaking of easy sauce, though, Kansas City, -3.5 against Jacksonville. Love that number.
Mm-hmm.
Chiefs all the way. Patrick Mahomes going to have a great day. Tyreek Hill just got signed 3-year, $56 million. Shit, that's just coming in right now.
Yep.
So, Tyreek, congrats to you. I was about to get into a controversial topic, and I don't know if I wanted to go there. Just hopefully all this is panned out from what happened with Tyreek. Let's get back to play some football. They got LaShawn McCoy now. We'll get the job done. Before we wrap up week 1, all this good stuff, season predictions, week 1 predictions, risks. You ready for anything good this weekend? What are you expecting to see this weekend that you love to see?
Well, as a Steelers fan, I can't wait to see the Steelers beat up on the Pats with no Gronk. That was the kryptonite for the Steelers. Gronk. You know, I mean, Tom Brady, he's pretty good.
He's pretty good.
He's the GOAT.
He's pretty good.
Gronk just made plays that won the Patriots those games.
I completely agree. Gronk made a great play against Kansas City last year that won
Yeah,
that regular
yeah.
season game
Mm-hmm.
as well. So, really
Also
excited for these
to
games.
see today.
Today.
Yeah, Warwick for Central.
There we go, our hometown right there.
News
A
there.
little local news on the Blue Ridge Cable. Can we say that? Don't know.
Sir.
Don't really know. Where's Chad Landers? Oh, no, I'm just kidding. We love you, Chad. Well, I've never talked to you, Chad. Warwick tonight. What do you think about Warwick?
It's gonna be a clapping.
You think Warwick's going to win their first... How long has it been?
Been since '84.
84.
'84 was the last time that Warwick got this dub against Mannheim Central, and it's gonna happen again tonight. We're gonna put in our JVs.
Wow. Huge high school... what you call it, upset? We'll call it an upset. Definitely an upset.
Yeah, it's an
Upset prediction here from Riss. Loves those hot takes. It's if you've never heard of these places, if you're listening from somewhere else in the world, it's like Browns Patriots. All the other years. No offense to Warwick, but
All the
it's
other years,
mostly
yeah.
like saying how good Central's been.
Yep. Central's just been a unit.
They've just
for
been a
years
unit.
and
They've won a
years.
state championship. They've made plenty of state championships, semifinals. I'm
Last year
sure.
they made states.
They made
the state
states.
championship last year.
They made it last year.
They did lose.
They're gonna lose
They did lose all their good players, so they have nobody now.
I did sack their starting quarterback, and I hurt him. I know I hurt him. I know I hurt you, Simon. But anyway, can't wait for week 1 in the NFL. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be a great time, great games. Let's break out our popcorn on Sunday night. Riss, where are you gonna be watching Sunday night? At home?
Sunday Night Football. I'm gonna be at home watching some Sunday Night Football.
Oh man, I can't wait to hit you up on the old telly to see Big Ben do some big things.
Big damage coming from Big Ben on the Big Patriots.
Oh, Patriots, they're gonna have to get that damage control ready because it is gonna be a storm.
Clean up on aisle Patriots because it's a Steel City show curtain.
I
That's
love
all,
it.
folks.
I love it. Great to see you guys. I can't really see. I'm staring at a microphone. Great to talk with you guys. Talk to you guys. Whatever you want to call it. We will see you next week sometime for episode 3. Let's talk about that quickly. Don't really know when these podcasts, as in the coming weeks, what days of the week they're going to be out, but we're definitely going to have 2 podcasts a week. Definitely. Whether it's all 3 of us, 2 of us, or 1 of us, podcasts will be released, and we can't wait to get that content to you. Thank you so much, guys. You're listening to Wildcard Sports Podcast. This is Evan Palace. Isaac Rissinger, Tanner Heckle, co-producer, and Carter Forney, who's in class right now, signing out.